Hello and welcome everyone. This is a bit of a somber video, unfortunately. I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I've just been compelled. As many of you must know and have seen on YouTube, the information about, I believe it happened 2 years ago in a suburb of Melbourne, Australia. Erin Patterson has just been convicted of murdering three of her ex-husband's family members and attempted murder of the pastor. This is extremely, probably one of the worst crimes that I've heard of, and it's bothered me so much. I've been watching it, and in the very beginning, I knew she was guilty, but of course, I thought she was guilty. I have to be careful here what I say, and of course, for such a heinous crime, I would never say anyone is guilty. But that was my thoughts. I didn't want to post it, but now she has been proven guilty by jurors, and what I wanted to just give my intuition regarding a motive here. The reason I believe she was guilty was the first video I saw of her was when the police came to her home and asked her, I'm not sure if it was the police or the news. I think it was the news actually interviewing her and the police, and she was just getting out of her car. This is a long time ago. And she was, I think it was crocodile tears completely to me. It was very fake. There was no tears there. She was going, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And she was wiping her eyes and wiping her eyes. And, I tried to think of it in a sympathetic, because you don't want to believe anyone is capable of doing that. It's such a horrible, horrible crime. Poisoning someone is probably the most painful cause of death. Ask any doctor, just horrific. They suffered, and I thought, who would do this, and what would the motive be? And I tried to, like many people, in disbelief, like, oh, it must have been an accident, but there was no tears, and she was very defensive. Anyway, but as soon as I found out also that she threw the food hydrator away, she had been in the areas where there was death cap mushrooms, and it was very obvious when she served her guests individual portions of beef Wellington, and she had Googled, there was all kinds of evidence, she had Googled online where to find death cap mushrooms, and the main thing was she had 3 dinner plates, the same, and then her dinner plate was a different color, apparently. It was just very obvious. The worst thing, I think, was how she got the family, her ex's husband's family, to her home. She told them she had a cancer diagnosis. This is horrific. It's deceit, it's premeditation, and I just feel so much for the victims. Of course, I don't know them, I don't know her, but it's been a very difficult time because, of course, we care. Even though we don't know the people, we care. This is just horrific. She's a serial killer now, and divine justice has been done. She has been found guilty, and but why I'm trying to figure out the motive here. My intuition before I pull the cards is she was overweight, apparently, and not attractive. I feel she was had some self-loathing going on. Apparently, I heard that she had bulimia, which is a mental health illness, actually, where you eat enough and then throw up. She apparently had wanted to get, I can't remember the surgery where you remove some fat, and she was very embarrassed about that. The motive was not money, obviously. She had a lot of money, apparently, but I feel that I just kept getting the message, I will teach them, I will show them. I feel she was extremely vindictive, a narcissist, It feels like she was really, really obviously a narcissist. Um, but I just don't, it just doesn't make sense to me. At first I thought it's possible she just wanted to give them a lesson and make them sick, but you don't do that with death cap mushrooms because um, people die. I mean, it's very unusual they would survive. So to give her the benefit of a doubt, maybe she just wanted to make them sick, but evidence suggests she did want to unlive them, because the other thing she did, which was very devious, was she invited her ex-husband and he declined, and then she guilted him in. Her texts were guilting him into come to the lunch that she had prepared, that she had put so much energy into making, an effort into it. So it was all premeditated and very, very sad. But she will be in prison for the rest of her life. So at least there is justice there, but it certainly won't bring back this poor ex-husband's relatives and parents. And the pastor did survive. He was apparently in the hospital for several weeks and thankfully survived. But what a trauma for the community and friends and family. But anyway, I kept getting this message all the time. I'll show them, I'll teach them. She had problems with her ex-husband, apparently problems with the family, but it still doesn't give anyone the right or the I just feel she felt disempowered in her life. She may have been a loner. And again, this is just my feelings, just my intuition. And it's very sad because she has a son and a daughter. This is very sad for them, extremely sad. But this is evil. There's nothing else you can say. It's evil. And see if we can get some more. Yeah, I just feel she wanted to feel empowered in a sick, twisted sort of way, by unaliving her ex's family. And the other big clue was she didn't invite her children for lunch. Okay, obviously not. And the other big clue, even though she's very smart, very intelligent, she made several mistakes along the way. She went into the hospital saying that she had diarrhea and symptoms, but then she checked herself out and she obviously had no symptoms. So it was, and then she did say she fed her children beef Wellington, which was another lie. She just had a lot of lies going on, and they were caught, luckily, because her children, obviously, if she had given them beef Wellington, knowing the other guests were very, very ill, she would have brought them right away to the hospital. So none of it made sense, okay? So she was smart, but not smart enough to cover her tracks. So luckily, the pastor did survive, because, maybe she wouldn't have been found out otherwise. But anyway, enough of that. I don't want to see her again. I don't want to hear about her anymore. It's just, I'm very glad she will be in prison. And I don't think she'll do very well there, because I think she's kind of had her freedom. Well, of course she's had her freedom. She's done what she wanted, and I think she may have a real problem in prison, like many people would. I've never been there, thank God. I don't know what it's like, but I don't think she'll do very well there, for many reasons. I've heard that other prisoners really don't like murderers when it's premeditated. If it's self-defense, that's a bit different, but it's premeditated, and she's a triple murderer, and for the fourth person she tried to kill also, unlive also, sorry. Anyway, let's see what will be so about Erin Patterson in the future. But I just kept getting that message. I'll show them, or I'll get revenge, or I will teach them a lesson. That's what I kept getting in my head that she was thinking about. That's why she invited them. And it's just really sad to think that there's people that evil out there. Anyway, this is the only video I'm going to do about it, and I just want to forget it because it's been really bothering me for these poor people and poor families. They look like lovely, lovely people. So my heart is going out to all of you. All right. So what would be so about Erin Patterson, please? What would be so about Erin Patterson? Okay. What would be so about Erin Patterson? So this card fell out. And this is her, because she was apparently very wealthy. She had a lovely home. So this was her in the past, and just sitting there, you know, kind of gloating, kind of being self-absorbed perhaps, and living the life, you know, she could buy anything, do anything she wanted with this money, right? But that's the past. That's no more. And then, wow, this is a theft card. This is stealing. So she basically stole people's lives. Yeah, she was very, very cunning. This is the card that someone's very cunning. And she thought she was going to get away with it. That is the big, huge message here. This is a person that's, you know, kind of stealing away, think they're going to get away with it. But you know what? Swords are problems, and she just got herself problems. So to me, it's divine justice. And then you have the Queen of Cups reversed. So I think she's going to fall into a depression. The Cups is love, and it's also someone very emotional. Yeah, so this is upside down. I don't think she's going to do well there at all. Yeah, so yeah, it's a tough video. I never want to think bad of anyone, but I believe justice has been served, and I also, yeah, just was trying to figure out her motive, and luckily they didn't need a motive for her to be charged. So sending much love and blessings to all the friends and family members that are, you know, hurting and suffering from this woman's terrible deeds. So sending much love and light. Okay, ciao.